All right, you guys. Welcome. How is it going? Happy Saturday night. Welcome to day 5 of the AMARA Mini Map Challenge. I'm so glad you guys are here. It has been a fun week, you guys. We have really got to dive into lots of things, and today's the last day to enter the challenge. So tonight by midnight, if you guys want to win, all you need to do is take a screenshot from something from one of the 5 trainings, write your takeaway, tag me and share. So super easy, and you can win up to $1,666 towards your spot in the AMARA map, which is what I'm kind of trying to show you by these 5 free trainings, a little bit about what it's like to be inside this training with me. And on top of that, I really wanted to deliver a bunch of free, valuable content. I wanted you guys to have tips and tricks and some things, some techniques that you can use in your life when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling a trauma trigger, when you need to breathe a little bit. And so this week we've kind of spent some time digging into that, and it's been a really fun process. So I decided to do I did this last night. If you were on with me last night, we did breath work, which was so fun. So if you guys haven't already signed up to be one of the insiders, go ahead and do that. It's up in my bio. And that will allow you to get access to all the handouts from the week, including a mini breathwork session that I am gifting to you from yesterday's training. So yesterday on that breathwork, I drew a card from a deck. I kind of want to give you a flavor of what it's like to be in the AMARA map, and then also just some fun value and some things. Tonight we're doing a sound bath, so hang tight. It's going to be really fun. And I just want to tell you a little bit about well, I was going to bring in a card deck for today. So if you missed before, I have a ridiculous amount of card decks and oracle decks that I work with. And the way that I kind of feel into them is that it's just like a note from the universe. Whatever the card that I pull is something that will be good for me, that will help me in some way, that I can see things from a different perspective or whatever it is. So that's the way that I work with it. And I told a story yesterday about how the first time I ever was working with a card deck, my friend left her deck at my house, and I was totally terrified to use it because I thought, from my conditioning and old ways of living and believing, I thought that was kind of evil, and so I didn't want to work with it. But then it turned out to be this deck. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see? So I'm on Instagram and Facebook, so that's what's happening here, so that we're offering it to all the people. And this is a deck by Rebecca Campbell that's called Work Your Light. And when I realized what deck my friend had left at my house, it was this one, which is what I pulled out for tonight. And I knew her name. I had read a book of hers years earlier about how to kind of lean into signs from the universe and how to work with energy. It was before I was really doing a ton with that stuff. And so then I felt comfortable drawing from it. So I was telling that story last night, and tonight when I was kind of feeling into which card deck wanted to come and be on our live, I was like, oh, that's the one. And you guys, it worked out so perfectly because I also did this at the close up of my last collective of the AMARA map. And I had these 3 cards. So inside the AMARA map, we worked with the energy of a few different spirit animals, spirit guides. And the 3 cards that we worked with, so we did 3 days of training, just barely. And the first one was Abyss Recovery, and then it was Masquerade Liberation, and then Alchemize. And I drew a card, an animal spirit guide, to kind of represent each of those. And then that's what the modules were about inside it, and that's kind of the energy. I took you through a feeling evolution of how at the beginning you'll feel one way, and then you'll feel this other way later. And to close up the map, I had pulled those out again to share with my group. And so I also drew from this deck as I like to have full circle moments. And so I was kind of wrapping that up with them, did this deck, and you guys, I have the 3 from that. So I was like, oh, this is perfect because I can just tell you quickly about So the energy of the first, I call them intensive. So there's 3 inside the AMARA map, and this is kind of how we work with stuff. That's where all the video modules are housed. And the energy of this first intensive with a bunch of video modules and somatic practices and everything is the stingray. So I love animals. I love working with power animals, spirit animals. And inside the AMARA map, you receive a shamanic journey guided meditation to help you find and align with your power animal, your spirit guide, which is really cool. So this stingray represents the energy of the abyss, which is where we started in the very first day 1 training. It's talking about that feeling of, when I think of the abyss, I feel like it's almost like I'm underwater, like the pressure of life and everything is so difficult and it's just weighing me down. And it's almost like that feeling of I can't breathe. Like there's too much stuff happening. I don't even know what to do. It's like you're in that state of fight or flight trauma. That's the feeling of that. And so we called in our energy for our friend the stingray to teach us how to navigate those dark, deep waters inside the abyss, to take you from that drowning feeling to a feeling of calm. So we welcome him in today. The second intensive and day 2 of this mini map was all about masquerade liberation. And what better way to represent a masquerade, so the masks that we wear, than this cute little raccoon guy. Isn't he cutie? I love just like that little mask. And that energy of being able to release the ways you've been hiding, the ways you've identified, and just really come to, is this how I want to live my life? Is there old conditioning? Are there masks? Are there boxes? Are there limiting beliefs? Are there things running in my subconscious that I haven't even thought of? Do I do something every day because it's the way that someone in my family did it, or it's just the way that it is, or it's the way that I was brought up, or my circumstances, or all of that? That's all at play. And so on day 2, we were kind of diving into that and looking at that and taking a look and deciding, coming to this choice point of, do I want to continue whatever it is that you're doing, or do I want to do something different that's maybe more me? A lot of times as we go on healing journeys, many times when we hit a rock bottom moment where then we're trying to figure out, what do I even believe? What do I want to be doing? What am I doing here? You hit those moments and you have to redecide. Is this still aligned with me and what I want? Do I want to think about this differently than I maybe ever have? So that's the whole energy of that, our little raccoon friend. And then you guys, we got to alchemize everything, which is the third one, and it is the energy of, can you guys see? The white tiger, which is a really fun energy to be in. It's all about that fire energy. It's alchemizing. It's taking all the stuff that you've been working through for the last little bit and taking all of those things and allowing you to come to this place of deep love of yourself, of forgiveness for yourself and others, which is what we talked about on day 3, and being able to transmute, to alchemize the hard stuff. And that is what I have tried to do with all the hard things that I've experienced, that I've gone through in my life. I talked a little bit about it on day 1, if you want to go jump in there. And I tried to take those things and learn what can I learn from it? How can I be a better person? How can I see this differently? How can I change it to be, how is this happening for me? And that energy has really served me. I believe in that. I believe in people being able to change and transform and become better versions of themselves. So I want to draw a card. That was like a long intro to draw a card from this deck. But then when I opened it, I had my cards in there, and I was like, of course those cards are in there, because I needed to show you and talk about that. So this deck is really pretty. I love it. It's a good, fun deck. Yesterday when we drew our card, if you missed it, we basically drew the card of an eagle, and it's not even an animal deck. So that was really cool to help us learn to see things from a different perspective. Yesterday was all about breath work and being able to rise above the stuff that you've been in and release all of that. So that eagle mindset is going up high and being able to recognize the trauma down there and just not feel it, and then be able to look down and rearrange things, alchemize it. And breath work is a great alchemizer. I've had really cool experiences with breath work, and it's allowed me to tap into things that I wouldn't normally have been able to get to. So that was yesterday's card. What is tonight's gonna be, you guys? So I just kind of tap the energy out, shake it out. I kind of shuffle it around. Sometimes I get super fancy with how I shuffle. Sometimes I totally don't. It just depends. So then I just ask a question. It's really simple, you guys. I just say, what is it that wants to come through for right now? What is it that wants to be said, be shared in this container to close up this really cool space we have? I have backed myself up too far to do a card draw, guys, but hang tight. We're gonna do it. All right, here we go, here we go. Okay, so I just tap it and then run my hand along it, and then when I feel heat, that is my signal that I'm on the card, and I just drop my middle finger down, pull it out. So this is that Rebecca Campbell deck. Work your light, and it's an oracle deck. We're gonna ask, what is it that wants to come through for day 5 of the mini map challenge and training before our sound about to set the stage. Council of Light. All right, you guys, I'm gonna bring it up close to you guys. You can see, maybe. There you go, there you go. There's it there. Okay, so divine orchestration, helpers of the subtle realms. So I'm gonna look that up for us. Sometimes it's really easy to look these up, and they all have different things. Sometimes it is not easy. Sometimes they're like in an order, and sometimes they are not. So hold on, hang on, guys. Council of Light. There we go, 94. Okay. So this is an activation card, you guys. Divine orchestration, helpers from the subtle realms. The Council of Light is a team of benevolent beings who are here to assist the raising of consciousness of the planet. They are here to help you achieve your soul mission and are guiding you every step of the way. However, because we live in a world where free will reigns, they cannot help you without your permission. If you would like their assistance, it is time to ask them. They can help with all kinds of requests. Nothing is too big or too small. Think of them as your personal teams or helpers in the spirit realm. They are willing to and ready to step in and get to work. What would you like help with? What tasks would you like to delegate to them? The Council of Light is a team of ascended masters, light beings, angels, guides, and who are devoted to rising the earth and all humanity. If you are a light worker, it is from them that you receive your personal mission. What's your personal mission, you guys? Like a spirit world in the United Nations, they want to thank you so much for doing this work and devoting your life to uplifting the planet. So in this type of, like, look at all these people here. These are your team. It's like you have this team. So I believe that there are many realms happening at the same time, different timelines, my personal belief. There's all these things happening right now. There's different levels of consciousness. There's different levels of ascended masters and angels and all of those things that are helping you. There's different levels of all these different things you believe in. Your spirit guides, a lot of nature guides, your power animals, your spirit guides, people who have passed on. I believe that all of that is kind of happening around us. And your team of your Council of Light, you can call on them. And people do this in different ways, right? There's people that do this and talk about it as the universe. There's people that do this and talk about it as God, as your highest self, as in the AMARA Map, we talk about it as your unique soul frequency is like the main, like, higher source of you. And then you have a team around you that you can call on. And so in the AMARA Map and in my life, I call on those things. I call on the universe. I call on different animals to bring me different, I call it medicine. These animals, these little signs from the universe tell me something that I need to know, help me along the way. And so just ask yourself, what does that card mean to you? Who's on your council of light? Who do you want to be able to call on? What would you even ask for? If you could ask for something, which you can, what would you ask for? And interestingly, I just posted a little bit earlier about how you can ask the universe to help you be able to get into the AMARA map in several different ways. So we've got the challenge going on tonight. All you have to do is screenshot, add your takeaway, tag me, share. Super easy. And if you do that, you can win up to, there's the 50% off, so $1,666 off, or there's second place prize is $1,111, and the third place prize is $555. And all of those come with an amazing bag of Conquer You Cacao, which is a heart opener and a vasodilator, and it has adaptogenic mushrooms. It's super good for your health, and it's a great way to drop into your space when you're wanting to meditate or to feel better, whatever it is that you want to do. That's a great way to do it. So we've got the challenge going on. We've got scholarships, you guys. I'm giving away 2 different scholarships. One is a full ride scholarship. So it's easy. Go apply. You might as well, right? Go apply. So the challenge ends tonight. So the screenshots that we're doing tonight by the end of the night. Tomorrow night, the scholarship applications and the internship applications are due. And registration for the whole thing for the AMARA map ends the 31st. So you guys, we are getting down to it. It's very exciting. I'm super excited to have all of you come in and be a part of this 12-week kind of deep dive, talking about all the things that I've shared with you for these last days, 5 different trainings. There's tons of free content, tons of tips, and I'm gifting all of that to you because I want to help people feel better and heal and get unstuck. Because I remember what it was like for me to feel so awful and feel like nothing was ever going to change, nothing was ever going to shift, and to have done so much healing work and have so many cool modalities to share with you. I just kind of pulled all of that into this course, which I kind of showcase on the mini map, but then also it's just free content for you to have forever. And if you sign up to be on the mini map insiders, you can get all the handouts from all 5 of the days. So do that. All this free training for you guys, ways that you can heal, ways that you can ask your guides, your counsel, your peeps that are calling in from other realms and from here, and ask the universe to make it so that you can be a part of this. I just gave you 3 ways that you can do it. I'm gifting you this. I'm handing you money to spend on your mental health, to spend on feeling better, to change your life. And it's such a fun program, you guys. It's been really cool to watch people dive into the stuff that's hard and learn how to heal, learn how to change their lives. It's been so cool to be able to watch them do it. So this next group, the fall collective of this year, it's the last one that's running this year. It begins September 7th, goes all the way through the end of November. We have weekly calls where I draw a card just like I did. We drop into a somatic practice like breath work, like we did yesterday, like sound bath, like we're going to do tonight, or like a guided meditation, which we're going to start with in a second. Or I do a little bit of yoga. I've got a shamanic journey, which I told you one of them was to kind of align with your power animal, your spirit animal. So all the things I've been trying to showcase is so that you can see and get a taste and a flavor for what it's like to be in trainings with me. So we have the weekly calls where I invite you to be coached after we drop into the somatic practice, to bring whatever it is from the week that you're struggling with or where you're feeling stuck, to bring it into this space and receive coaching so I can help you find what's stuck in your energy field, which we're going to talk about energy in just a second. What's going on that's keeping you in this place? What needs to shift? What needs to change? And then it's an invitation for you to decide how you want to do that and allow you to become your own healer. Learn what methods really work well for you. And then we've got a whole bunch of video modules that go through a bunch of training on all these things. I kind of gave like tidbits throughout the mini map of this is a topic like self-love. But when you go inside the map, there's an entire module about self-love, and we do a much deeper dive. So we've got all of that. We have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group for the AMARA Map members, where you guys can interact and help each other and share stuff and just learn from each other. I mean, a huge key in healing is having community, having other people that you can look at them and be like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one going through that hard thing. And while the situations may not be exactly the same, the feelings produced by them can be. And so it helps you to see other people make progress, to see, okay, that guy's just like me, or that girl's just like me, and now I can see a way, I can see a path through this I know I can feel better. I can heal myself. And that's the whole point of this, is to empower you, to give you tips and tools and trainings and things that you can use. And it's a lifetime membership. So since healing isn't linear and stuff will come up again later on down the line, whether it's 6 months from now or a month from now or 5 years from now, you still have access to all of the stuff, all of the modules, all of that, and you can hop on with any of the future collectives to receive more additional live training, live coaching, somatic practices, dropping into your body, teaching you how to listen to what your body's trying to tell you. And then in day one, we talked about how the body keeps the score, and you can learn how to decode what it's trying to tell you, what it is saying, so that you can heal, so you can let things go and move on with your life. So that is kind of the energy of what we've got going here tonight. You guys, I invite you to sign up for the challenge. Super easy. It's just a screenshot. It can be worth up to $1,600, almost $1,700, which is great to spend on your mental health and clearing your system. And then we've got the 2 other ways that need to be invited tomorrow night, the scholarship or the internship. So I'm looking for somebody to kind of help me and assist and learn how to run a course from the perspective of marketing and the perspective of systems and processes. So those are both online for you, or you can go to healwithbrooke.com/map/scholarship and you can go apply. So, all right, I would like to pull out my Palo Santo before we begin this beautiful sound bath. Now that I've told you all the things I need to tell you, recap of the mini map, and telling you about the challenges, the scholarship, and the internship. This, my friends, is Palo Santo. I'm going to show it to you and send it your way. This is the AMARA map that I burned, and at the end of our last collective, that my intention is just to burn it whenever I finish up a new round and when I'm doing this little training. It felt appropriate. So it's a holy wood that clears negative energy. So I sent it out to you, and just energetically know that has been sent to you, that you've been gifted that Palo Santo. I feel bad you can't smell how good it smells. It smells delicious. All right, guys, let's see. We gotta move some stuff out of here so that I can do our sound bath. Hang on, guys. All right. Okay. So if you've never participated in a sound bath before, you don't really know what we're doing. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about it. So these bowls right here are my crystal bowls. I also have a couple Tibetan bowls around. They are a little different. All of these bowls are tuned to the 432 hertz frequency. So what does that mean? It means that they're specifically designed to be on the frequency wavelength that can heal your body. So when you go to a sound bath and they're using the 432 hertz frequency bowls, not only are you able to be super relaxed and it's beautiful to listen to, but your body is able to heal on a cellular level. It's the healing frequency that's found all throughout nature. And each of these particular bowls, each one is directly correlated to the frequency of your chakra system. So we have, that we're going to talk about tonight, we have 7 chakras. So we've got your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine and points downward. It's kind of like the shape of a funnel. So just kind of out at the base of your perineum. And that is your root chakra. That's in charge of helping you feel safe and you're right to be here. Then we've got so this time the funnel goes, it's kind of, can you guys see, if you would picture a funnel coming out of your body. So it would be like this way, right? So this one is your sacral chakra. And this one kind of houses all of your creativity, all of that passion, any kind of sexual trauma is usually held in this area. And it's also related to your creativity, to that passion, igniting that. Then up a little bit, just kind of beneath your ribs, we've got your solar plexus. And that chakra is related to your sense of self-worth. It's your identity. It's the way you feel about who you are and how you move in the world. And it's also related to what you think other people think about you. So that can be totally wrong, right? I mean, you can have thoughts that someone is thinking this thing about you that's absolutely not true, but you're still internalizing it. So that's all housed there. And then we've got our heart chakra, which is all about that deep self-love. It's all about relationship. It's all about caring and love and harmony and those feelings of love, of that deep love. And that frequency of love is a very, very high frequency. So that's all housed in your heart chakra. Then we move up to your throat chakra, which is your right to say what you think. It's your right to speak your truth, which is a really important one that I had to learn the hard way. I guess many of those I learned the hard way. That's okay though, I learned. And this opening up your throat chakra and being really honest with what you think and speaking your truth when you feel called to speak it. Then moving up here, we've got our third eye, our ajna. And this is the seat of your imagination, of your intuition. So it's all of those times when you see factual things happening, but you know there's more to the situation. That's coming from this third eye space. It's also, lots of imagination and things like that are housed there. And then we've got our crown chakra, which the funnel kind of goes this way. So you've got energy it should be flowing through you, coming up and out, and then kind of recycling down like that. So you want an energy flow happening in these chakra systems. And the crown chakra is your direct line to higher source, to the way I would talk about it in the AMARA map would be your unique soul frequency, also to universe, creator, God, whatever it is that you believe in, any type of higher power. Also just your connection to what your soul's calling is, what your mission is here right now, or what is your highest and best self able to show you. So you've got all these going here, and each of these crystal bowls is on the frequency that chakra emits. They're all related to color, and as you know, color and frequency are related, that Roy-G-Biv scale. So it's all tied to scientifically based things that have to do with frequency and vibration. And all of these bowls, when I play them for you, it's going to put you in this like super relaxed state. So as I'm talking for a minute, I invite you guys to, if it feels good to you, and you're in a space where you can do this, where you can take some time to lie down and get a little cozy, because it's really relaxing. I'm just gonna play for a period of time, and it will drop you. I'll do a little guided meditation to drop you in, and then I'll play the bowls. And then we'll close it up. We'll allow this space to end. I don't want to talk a lot at the end, because I want you to be able to stay in that frequency and just receive any of the messages that are meant for you, that are here for you tonight to help you relax. And maybe you're somewhere where you can just kind of keep laying there and go to sleep. Maybe you end up wanting to journal. Different people have different experiences. If you have the availability to put in headphones, whichever way that works for you, or be near a speaker, or turn your phone sideways, those are all the ways that it kind of helps the sound be at its optimal level. And it's really, so a couple things that might happen for you during this is you might see colors, you might have little notes drop in from the universe, you might have a connection from someone that's passed on that maybe they have a message for you. You might just feel a feeling. And different feelings can come up. Sometimes the frequency of the sounds elicits something it evokes this feeling in you that is allowing you to process something. So maybe some feelings of sadness could come up or things like that. But I encourage you, no matter what the feeling is, to lean into the feeling, because that's how we start removing and dislodging stuff that's stuck in our energetic field. Just like we have a body, we've got an energy field, and that energy field is holding the imprints of stuff that you can't even remember that you experienced, that shows up later, which we talked about on day one. It can show up as disease and stress and trauma and anxiety and all that stuff. So tonight, this is like a little, I like to think of it as a mini, like a chakra tune-up. And so the frequencies that's being emitted, your body's also emitting those same frequencies, right? Because you have all 7 of those chakras. And these bowls, when I play them, the frequency of the sound that's coming through into the land of wherever you are, from here to there, the frequency that's your body is emitting is going to try to get in resonance with the frequency of these bowls. So if you have a little bit of whatever's been happening, it's kind of like a tune-up, a clean out, an energetic reset of your field. It probably won't be able to go to like those deeper issues, although I have had people resolve stuff in sound baths. But just know that you may experience something, you may have something come up, and also you may just feel the most calm, relaxed bliss that you've ever felt. I have many people who end up falling asleep. So if you fall asleep and you wake up later, just know your body got exactly what it needed, and you probably just needed a rest. So I have that happen. I've had people laugh. I've had people cry. I've had people, like I said, fall asleep. And then it's really cool afterwards. And so, if we weren't doing it live like this, I would, and you can type in the comments actually, if you want to go ahead and type in the comments at the end, what feelings came up for you? What was your experience like? What was it like? Did you see things? Did you feel things? Did you just feel peaceful? And whatever experience that comes up for you right now is exactly the experience that you're supposed to have in this setting. And it is my gift to you. So you can kind of lean in and see what this experience is like. So, you guys ready? Okay, let's get to it. So, I like to just kind of allow yourself to kind of come to a full body presence. So, if you're somewhere where you can close your eyes, hopefully you are. If not, that's okay. Like I said, speakers would be great for this because it will help the deep resonance to be heard. Turn your speakers up, whatever it is. Come back and watch it again later. So to begin with, let's kind of ground in. So allow yourself to take a few breaths. So breathe, inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth, just sighing it all out audibly. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale in. And exhale it out. Maybe just roll your neck, kind of moving in any way that feels good to you. Big deep inhale in again. And exhale, sigh it out. I invite you to lay down. I invite you to keep your eyes closed for the rest of this. I invite you to relax. And just take a moment to come to your body. Pull all of your attention to your heart space. Allow your breathing to just be what it is. And just notice in your body where you feel things. Do you feel any tension anywhere? How is your heart right now? What emotions are the most alive in you? Think about 1 or 2 of them without judgment. And just come to that awareness, curiosity. Then begin to allow yourself to unplug from everyone around you, from anything that was happening before you jumped on this live and anything that you've got going on after. Just allow yourself to gift yourself this moment to unplug from anything you have going on from your schedule, from your calendar, from your phone. Unplug from your friends, unplug from your partner, unplug from your children. Just unplug and pull all of those cords of energy, all of that light of energy that is yours. Call all of that back to your body and just breathe it in big. Inhale in through your nose. Unplugging and pulling all of your energy back. And exhale, sighing out any stress, anything related to any of those things, just kind of cutting those ties, allowing them to be what they are. Begin to imagine your very favorite place in nature. Whatever that place is, and just imagine walking into a clearing in that space. And in your mind's eye, you just look down and notice your feet. And notice the ground beneath your feet. And notice what type of ground it is, if it's grass or sand, if it's red rock, if it's lava rock. Whatever you have, what are you walking on? Where are you? Notice if there's sounds around you. Notice if you can smell anything. Is there pine sap? Is there ocean? Saltiness in the air? Are there sounds? Are there children around? Are there noises from animals or the wind? Do you feel the sun on your face, or is it evening? What time of day is it in your very favorite place in nature? As you begin to kind of tap into where you are, breathe in that air, allowing yourself to relax, to release anything that's been stressing you, anything that's been holding you back. Inhale again. And exhale as you ground, allowing your feet, allowing your body to be connected with the Mother Earth, with Pachamama, with Mother Gaia. Connection to the earth. Feel the gratitude you have for everything you've done up until this point. Allow yourself to think of all the things you've accomplished that have brought you to this day, this time. All those hard things you've endured. And allow yourself to feel gratitude for the things you've learned, even if it's been a hard journey. And as you gift yourself that gratitude, your body just begins to feel a little heavy. And you decide to lie down on Mother Earth, Pachamama, Mother Gaia. And you can feel your body getting heavier and heavier in this place in nature. Just allow yourself to melt. Just imagine you kind of being on the dirt, being on the sand, being on the grass, the pine needles, the rock, whatever it is. Allow yourself to just feel held, to feel safe, to feel grounded. Relax into that space. Just keep focusing on your breath until everything else begins to melt away. Begin to allow your breath to send your body love. Begin to pull back your awareness to this time and space, to this room, keeping your eyes closed. If you would like to remain here in this state of calm and peace and quiet, I invite you to do so, and you can just turn this off, and I will just allow everyone to get out of it exactly what they need. Feeling gratitude for yourself, feeling gratitude for you showing up today, for choosing you, for feeling into this beautiful frequency, to these pretty sounds, allowing yourself the gift of healing through a mini sound bath. Allow yourself to notice the difference, the frequency shift since the beginning of this to now. And pull all of that gratitude into your heart space. And if you decide to remain here, I invite you to do so. It has been my honor to share these trainings, these teachings, these things with you this week on these 5 days that have made such a difference to me, that have helped me in so many ways. I'm so grateful for all of you for showing up for yourself. I'm grateful that I am able to share these things with you. And to kind of close up everything from another one of the traditions that I love, which is yoga. In yoga, at the end of our practice, we bring our hands together to our heart center in prayer. And we say namaste, which means that the light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. And that is true whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching the recording, or whether it's 5 years from now and you see this, because we work outside of time and space in energetics, in quantum healing. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. I'm so grateful that you are here. Thank you for being a part of this training. Please let me know how I can help you. I'm always here to help and to make your life easier, to help you get unstuck, and to help you heal. Namaste, my friends. Sending you all my love. Thank you for being a part of these trainings, and I will see you guys next time.